Good day guys, and welcome to a new video. So this is a 2015 Honda NC750X. So you get this bike in a normal transmission, and then you also get it in a DCT. That's basically like a automatic. Hopefully I said it correctly. To give you a little bit of history about my bike riding, I only own superbikes, and if you check on my channel you will see that's definitely the case. I've never owned a bike like this. So in December I sold my 600RR and I really wanted the bike again. So this one popped up and I was like very skeptical, and I bought it. And I really thought I'm not gonna like this bike. The main reason why I said I'm not gonna like this bike is because of the upright position. I'm not used to this. So this is a twin-powered 750, giving this all but beautiful sound. Oh, I shouldn't have gone too fast there. So I'm still trying to really get used to this bike. But the handling, oh, I love it. Sitting position, I'm really starting to totally love it and preferring this over a superbike. Oh, look at this view. This is a stunning view. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm not going to go deeply into the specs of the bike. I will list all the specs at the bottom. Like I said, this is a 2015 model and it's only got like 13,000 k's on the clock. So what I noticed about this bike is, if you really want to overtake, you mustn't be afraid to go or down gear this bike. One thing that I might not like about this bike is the brakes. Honda could have maybe put a little bit stronger brake on the front, because I'm used to, with the superbikes, mainly using only front brake and rear brake only when needed and if needed. So with this bike you're going to find yourself using front brake and rear brake a lot of the time. If it's a slow stop you will use front brake only, but if a slightly harder stop then you're going to have to use the front and the rear brake. So this is a very lovely bike when it comes to commuting, driving in traffic and all those type of things. So this bike is very fuel economic. So this is like a perfect commuter. I think it's got like a 14-liter tank. With my riding I get about 20 k's a liter. So I think a person that's going to buy this bike is mostly going to be like a person that's going to buy the bike for like commuting to work and back. But yo guys, the more and more I ride this bike, the more I'm starting to fall in love with this thing. One thing I'm going to say is, if I'm riding and you're coming from the front and you don't greet, you don't go with your head like this, or put your foot out, or put your hand out, I'm most probably going to call you up. And then the other thing really person gets used to, especially if you're coming from sports bikes. Sports bikes give you what, 16,000 RPM. Yeah, so I must just get used to shifting low. But this bike is not going to be for like a speed junkie. So mostly the market that this bike is going to appeal to is going to be commuters. I think there's a spot in front to pull over, and then I can maybe show you guys the bike. So before I show you guys the bike, if you guys, hopefully you guys can see, so you get your mileage, trip A, trip B, your instant fuel consumption as you ride. That's like your average fuel consumption. So I'm getting about 22 kilometers per liter. So this is also a nice feature. The bike tells you how much liters it's used for. If you hold both buttons in, that is how bright your screen is. To adjust your time, to change your kilometers, I think, to maybe miles. But yeah, this is the bike. So this one's got like a aftermarket exhaust on. Making it sound deliciously. The only thing that I really in the beginning was like, nah, what the hell is this? So if you turn the key that side, you open this cubbyhole, or I don't know what to call it, and that side is for the fuel tank. I'll show you this now. So this can take a full face helmet, and the more I own the bike, the more I'm like, why doesn't every bloody bike have something like this? Very convenient. And if you open this compartment, this is where the fuel tank is. One thing a person must be careful, if you overfill it, then your fuel will run in here. And then there's a pipe plug here, so the fuel runs out there. So person must just be careful, because that might land you in trouble. So that's about 10 liters that I put in, and I rode about 215 k's, so I've got about 4 liters left. So the bike says I used 9.7 liters and I put in 9.9 liters. Set my trip A, and that will reset all those other things. But guys, I think I'm going to conclude the review here. Hopefully you guys like it. We're gonna try to get more content like this. If you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. Hopefully the camera is way better, because like I say, we're moving now from a GoPro Hero 3 to the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Hopefully the quality is better. But thank you for watching. Till the next one. Goodbye.